That's all we've got time for today.
It's the opening day of a new Premier League season. Both teams will be looking to start quickly. You can feel the excitement in the air. Drama guaranteed, and it's live, coming up next on EA TV.
Well, the weather forecasters promised us an agreeable day for football, and that's exactly what we've got. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and my partner, ready to bring you all the analysis and technical talk, is Stuart Robson. And there are few more enjoyable days on the football calendar than opening day in the Premier League. It's the Dragons, and they take on Southampton.
Well, Derek, the expectation for this club is Champions League football. And if they play at their best and get off to a good start here, there's no reason why they shouldn't achieve it come the end of the season.
Crossing into the middle. A goal in the early stages. Precisely what they had been planning.
Well, here it is again. Just look at the quality of the cross. It's inch perfect, but from a defensive point of view, it's not good enough. They stop marking in the box and don't close the scorer down. That's just poor defending.
So underway again here. 1-0 the score. Abreu. Nathan Tella. Oh, did well to skip through. And the keeper's hand does the trick. And back with Leroy. Excellent vision. Surely. Well, he so badly wanted to net another one, but the keeper playing his part.
Well, maybe that should have been his second, but you can see another one coming. He's playing so well here.
Oh, off the line. Glover. Lovely work to get past his man. He's in with a chance. Couldn't beat the keeper, unfortunately for him.
Well, I think that's a bad miss. He just never looked convincing as he went through there. Well, for good measure, we can see it again, but clearly not over the line. Can be no debate over that decision.
And teammates around him. Must be! And a goal to level this contest. All even.
Well, just look at the defending here. The keeper is left totally exposed. It's an easy goal in the end, but well taken.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level. And back with Campos. Can he get them in front? Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. This attack looks highly promising. He's blocked it. Well, the teams are locked together. Will it stay that way following this corner? It hasn't come to very much. And delivered into the box. Well, nothing untoward happened. Breaking at pace. And Southampton will get the throw in. And there it breaks down, but credit to the defence. Difficult to stop him. And he's through here. Well, that is high-level goalkeeping.
Well, he's just pulled off a great save there. That's goalkeeping of the highest quality, I would say.
And stopping the danger. Well, being pressed here. Well, Southampton have it back now. A real opening now. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Can someone get on the end of this? And he clears the danger. And that is defending of the highest order. Oh, yes! A goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, here it is again, and it's really poor defending. They just don't show enough urgency to get tight or make a block, which is why the ball's ended up in the back of their net.
Ball moving again. Will there be a quick reply from the Dragons? There certainly needs to be. Making a bit of headway. Is this the moment? Oh, fine stop. And on the back of that particular challenge, will the referee let the matter rest there? And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance. A chance then for the respective managers to address their charges. It is... So the two teams have switched around and the second half is underway. And it's opening up, and the keeper's hand does the trick. Well, the defenders know they need to get tighter. Can't really allow runs like that. Blocking it. And hit with ferocity. Well, we gave it the big build-up, but he didn't quite deliver on his promise. Well, transfer speculation is all part of football, and there's been quite a lot of speculation on this front. But the deal has now been confirmed, Stuart.
Well, considering the current market, this has to be a real bargain.
Oh, surely! Oh, thwarted there! And what a piece of defending we've just witnessed. Oh, great attacking play. Corner then for the Dragons as they look to get back into the game.
Well, can they draw level here? The crowd certainly think so.
Well, as a defender, that will sit you down to the ground. Fed over towards the back post. And a squandered opportunity there. Time for a change then. And they need to get tighter here. Real chance. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. And time for the change now. Well, they fancy a short one. Has eyes for goal. Wonderful block. Denied once more. Well read to win possession back. Well, a stylish moment. Real chance. Nicely timed tackle. Under real pressure defensively. Will they pay the price? Plenty of live football coming your way right here on EA TV.
Well, that should be a really good game between two entertaining teams.
Oh, they could finish here, Stuart. And denied by the keeper. Impressive. Well, they are committed to making the substitution here. Well, a disappointing effort, making the keeper's life a bit too easy. Very quick thinking there. Happy to take on the shot. Nicely blocked. Oh, it wasn't far away, but above the crossbar. And Campos. Well, time is against them. They have work to do. This could level it. And all square now. And you have to ask the question, is there time for either side to win it?
Well, here it is again, and it's a superbly weighted through ball to break that defensive line. And his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
And it's level again here. Both sets of fans being put through something of an emotional mangle. And so into the final 5 minutes. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle. Time running out, but they could yet win it. Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been foiled. How pivotal could that be at this stage of the game?
Well, it was a good save, but that was the chance to win the game there. That could be their last opportunity.
And time for the change now. And easily cut out in the end. How can he take them on and beat them? And so the final whistle is sounded. At the end of the game, the team's not to be divided.
Can we just grab a minute of your time for a few questions? That's it. Thanks very much.
A fitting backdrop for a match of massive significance. The stage is...
A wet night in store for all concerned. Good evening and welcome. My name is Derek Ray, excited to be bringing you match commentary. And alongside me, my broadcasting partner, Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Nottingham Forest. Can he finish this? And you've just witnessed a moment of truly high-class goalkeeping.
You're absolutely right. What a save that is. He's reacted so quickly.
And still dangerous. Ideal for the goalkeeper, for any keeper. Nice looking pass. And here's how Nottingham Forest will line up.
Well, it's a 4-3-3 with two out-and-out wingers, but they do vary their movement. They give width, but they also make diagonal runs infield when the ball's on the off.
There it is, and just the ideal start.
Well, here's the replay, and what a well-delivered cross this is. Perfectly placed, which makes it a fairly simple finish in the end. It's a really good goal.
Ball moving again. Will there be a quick reply from the Dragons? There certainly needs to be. Looking tentative. Esposito. Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Is it going to be? Well, misfiring without any shadow of a doubt.
Well, he knows that was the chance to control things here. He can't believe it, can he?
Nicholson. Sloppy on the ball from the Dragons. Esposito. Ake has it. Fine work from Nottingham Forest to win back possession. And hit with ferocity! Well, you have to put that one down as a chance to draw level.
Well, it certainly wasn't an easy chance, but one they needed to take.
Well, that's one for them to pursue. He takes aim, and danger still, and rattling the post. Good piece of defending.
Well, it was certainly a chance to get back into the game, and you have to say they're a bit unfortunate, but they do need to finish off one of these chances.
Well, fair play, he took on the shot, but he's not going to be happy with how it ended.
Well, there it is. The finishing hasn't been good enough. They've certainly created chances, so their build-up play isn't an issue, but they need to score soon to get back into this game.
Good distribution. Just knocked it out of there. He'll try his luck here. Oh, my goodness, what a strike! From so far out, absolutely sensational! Unstoppable!
Well, look at the replay here, because they don't come much better than this. He hits it so sweetly. What a goal this is.
Back underway, level pegging, 1 goal apiece in this game. Ake. A long way from the perfect pass. Oh, this is looking promising. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Well, the referee allowing advantage to accrue to them. Good work from Nottingham Forest to win it back. Now the Dragons might be able to profit here. Can they forge ahead? Oh, he really bruised the crossbar. Can he finish? And you've got to say, not the best of volleys that time.
Yeah, it was certainly there to hit, but he just couldn't make the right contact. It was well wide in the end.
Good refereeing, waiting for a natural break before administering the caution. Lovely ball over the top. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. The referee has decided there will be just 1 minute of added time. He fancies it. Saved, but still a chance. And there it is, the half-time whistle. So back underway here into the second half. Well, it's sat up for him, but not seriously troubling the goalkeeper. And the ball back with Nottingham Forest here. Shears. Chance to put them in front. And you've just witnessed a moment of truly high-class goalkeeping.
You're absolutely right. What a save that is. He's reacted so quickly.
And the danger's still on. Not really. The high percentage option to try your luck from there.
Well, his teammates aren't particularly happy. He was never going to score from there.
Well, they've been getting two substitutes warmed up, and both will come on here. Mukiele. And a tidy challenge. Well, that's really sound goalkeeping, not letting the opposition have any scraps. Can they forge ahead from this corner kick? Let's see. Well, they fancy a short one. Just the challenge that was required. There's been so much speculation in terms of whether the transfer would go ahead, but it will go ahead, Stuart.
The reported figure of around £45 million.
Oh, Stuart, they must score! Couldn't quite hang on. Oh, chance taken. There is opportunism for you, but a disappointed goalkeeper.
Well, as you can see, the first save is a good one, but they can't react quickly enough to the second ball. The keeper's a bit unlucky, really.
So the ball is rolling again. 2-1 the score. What's going to happen next? Esposito. Looking tentative. Good tackle. It'll be a throw. Esposito. Oh, breezing past him. Firing it towards goal. Oh, did so well to deny him.
Well, the stats tell you everything. The chances have been few and far between, and they haven't tested the goalkeeper anywhere near enough. If they want to get something from this game, they're going to have to improve in the final third.
And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Carabao Cup excitement to look forward to live here on EA TV. It might be, and it's 2 for him today. A masterful performance. The defenders unable to stop him.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, and he makes the finish look so easy. What a good goal that is.
So they get the ball moving again. 3-1 the scoreline here. What's going to happen next? Ake. Well, is it going to end up being productive for them? Crossed in quickly. And coolly done in the end. A routine save. Oh, great vision. It's a neat move. Opportunity. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. And time for the change now. Not really the ideal clearance. He continues his run. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Well, he's given us away. So deflection, and it will be a throw-in. So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Oh, fancy footwork. The fans want to see a shot. It's still alive. So now a corner. Over it comes. Not quite the clearance they were hoping for. And so the referee blows for full time, and it goes down as a victory.
That's an important...
Fans have waited and wondered, would it happen? Now it has. And welcome to a game that really should have pulses racing. Every reason to believe this will be enthralling. I'm your match commentator, Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player, Stuart Robson. And looking forward to bringing you... Well, the goalkeeper doing what he's paid to do. And behind it's gone for a corner. Oh, thwarted there. And what a piece of defending we've just witnessed. Well, closed down straight away. The referee spotted the little nick on the way through, so a throw-in coming up. Well, promised much, but delivered little in the final analysis.
Well, you can see what he was trying to do, but in the end, he got it all wrong.
Moore. Toure. Now with Diaby. Determined defending. Quite a lot of discussion about him prior to this game. Facing his former club, facing his past. And that's not always straightforward, is it,
Oh,
Stuart?
big chance here, Derek.
Just couldn't get it through. Corner kick played in. And defending right on the line. Managed to get it out of there. He'll have a go here. And he's done well to tip it over the bar. Corner awarded. Clearance needed to be better. He'll have a go here. Couldn't get it through. Moving the ball forward with purpose. And teammates to play it to. Well, they know they need to stop him. Oh, yes, what a pass. Still alive. And the danger cleared. Conway. Can they hit on the break? Opportunity it is. Oh, look at that. They've taken the lead. Well, they haven't been the dominant team so far, but they're certainly not complaining about the scoreline.
Well, just look at this again. The speed of counter-attack is so impressive. And once he gets onto it, he just smashes it past the keeper with great technique. What an emphatic finish that is.
This could square the game. And that's exactly what has transpired. Now, that could be a massive turning point, and momentum is with them.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is. He knows he's going to be under pressure, but he shows great composure to hit the target.
So back underway. They've levelled it at 1-1 here. On to Moore. Toure. El Yawahi. Wonderfully weighted pass. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Diaby. And crossing towards the far post. But goalkeeper's ball, disappointingly for them. Glover. That's useful play. Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in. Oh, my goodness! He's caught that so well. A goal of the highest class. Fantastic technique.
Well, here it is again. What a ball that is over the top of the defence. It's weighted perfectly, and then what a finish. That's been hit with such power and pace. The keeper has no time to react. It's a brilliant strike.
Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. Diaby. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. And passing it well. And he's waiting in the centre, unaccompanied. Well, I was on the cusp of saying he's at it again. Looked as though he might score again.
Well, he's certainly looking sharp today. That could easily have been his second there.
The fourth official has indicated there will be a minimum of 2 minutes of added time.
Not the best challenge, free kick. And so it is, the first half story. Away they go again. Second half is underway here. And he might be through here. Keeper getting the touch. And the keeper has it after that tension-laden sequence.
Well, what a great first save that was. How did he stop that?
Well, there's been a lot of speculation as regards this transfer and whether it would go ahead. It's finally been confirmed, Stuart.
Yeah, at that price, I think he's value for money. He'll certainly improve their squad and maybe the team. It's a good signing, you have to say.
And the keeper able to hold on to it. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Determined defending. This attack looks highly promising. Well, the fans really want him to shoot. Aston Villa struggling to keep the ball. Oh, big chance! Well, he couldn't quite hit the target. Stuart.
Well, it's a decent effort, but I don't think it was ever going to trouble the goalkeeper.
Mwn1. Now we have a plethora of live matches coming up for you here on EA TV.
Derek, big moment this.
Keeper could be in trouble. Oh, a finish of real class. No wonder he's celebrating. Take a bow.
Well, let's take another look, and you have to say the defending is so poor. That's far too easy. The keeper had no chance there.
Good work from Villa to win it back. Eafc. Can he put them in front? Opportunity, maybe. Oh, the referee points to the spot. Penalty. And to add insult to injury, it's a booking, Stuart.
Well, I agree with the penalty. I'm not quite so sure about the yellow card, though. Well, no surprise there. He's a little bit upset, isn't he?
This to put them in front once more. A goal! Accurate from the spot.
Well, let's look at this again, and it's always a risky penalty. When it comes off, it looks great. If it's saved, you look foolish. On this occasion, it's a great penalty.
This could be troublesome. Will he play it in? Intercepting it intelligently. Released it nicely. Now, who can he pick out? And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick! Absolutely unplayable! What a performance! So the current scoreline, 4-2. Oh, big opportunity. And it's in! They've eaten into their advantage, and this is not over. Not yet, anyway.
Well, just watch this again. A change of pace, a change of direction, and a decent finish. That's a very good goal.
Well, how about this? 4-3. El Yawahi. Jacob Ramsey. Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. Chasing this game, desperate for a leveller. And he's made headway. Well, the keeper making sure that was pushed well away from danger. And that is the end of the game. It goes in. A fitting backdrop for a game of massive significance. The stage is set, a packed house at the ready, awaiting two teams who like no... And a beautiful day for football here at St James's Park. A warm welcome to Newcastle upon Tyne. I'm your match commentator Derek Ray at the microphone. And sitting alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Newcastle United, and they take on the Dragons.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
And here's the Newcastle formation.
Well, they're going to play with two wingers in this 4-3-3 formation, so they need to switch the ball quickly and get crosses into the box. But they also need to get at least two midfield players making runs into the penalty area. That's a must.
This is the lineup for the visitors today.
Well, it's great to see a team playing with wingers in a 4-3-3, but they've got to be effective.
Oh, wait a minute. They could well be in. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. Well, one thing about Phil Foden, he's a real crowd pleaser and, of course, so very effective. Stuart, what do you think we'll see from him in this one?
Well, he's such a natural finish.
And he's broken. Do with it now. And he's hit it with authority. Oh, yes! He's going to be proud of that moment. What purity of strike. Caught it absolutely perfectly.
Well, as you can see, this catches everybody by surprise. Look where he is when he strikes it. That's a great goal.
Well, Newcastle United get the ball moving again. Can they come up with a response now? Making sure nothing untoward happened. Superb tackle. Sandro Tonali. Ferguson. Well, it was a foul, but good use of advantage by the referee. Oh, big chance. Oh, goodness me. He made it far too easy for the keeper, didn't he? Well, now he's let that run away, and it will be a throw-in here. Lewis. Out of play. Newcastle throw in forthcoming. It's Jamal Lewis. Good tackle. Oh, great piece of individual skill. It might be. Oh, he really bruised the crossbar. That's not a bad ball. Well, he was unable to keep himself onside, Stuart.
Yeah, you're right, but at least he's putting himself into dangerous positions. He's just too eager on that occasion.
Can he find the right pass? Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. Promising position, this. It's got to be! And the ball is loose. Well, no way through in the end. Well, nearing the interval, and the Dragons on top in this game. How would you sum up the play you've seen from them?
Well, they've worked hard and played well to be in front here, but they now need to...
Oh, they could be in here, Stuart. Well, well, well. How many players would have the confidence to try that? Simply magnificent. They're back in front.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
So back underway at 2-1. Tight contest here. Sandro Tonali. Phil Foden now. And scope for Newcastle to attack out wide. And a useful cross. And the referee has awarded a corner following that touch.
Well, just listen to the fans. They know this is a big chance here.
Clearance needed to be better. Has a go. What a block! And that's it. We've reached the halfway point. So, the ball rolling again. Newcastle trailing after the first half. Can they come up with a response here in the second? Likes to run with the ball at his feet. And did just enough defensively. Great block again. High pressing at its best. Well, many have wondered if they would get it over the line in terms of the deal. They've succeeded, Stuart.
Well, he's certainly got ability. A lot of clubs have been in for him, but now he needs to fulfil that potential. He might just have to be patient, though.
Well, it was a foul, but good use of advantage by the referee. Determined defending. Teammates available. Rice. Opportunity to level it. Oh, such an elegant finish. How about that on the volley? A brilliant strike, whatever way you look at it.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts with the delivery into the box. Just begging someone to get on the end of it. And then just look at the finish, Derek. He reads the flight perfectly and absolutely smashes it beyond the goalkeeper. There's just no stopping that.
Can they take the lead? And that's the hat-trick! Tearing apart this defence time and again. They simply can't handle him.
Well, here we can see just how good this goal is. It has everything. Skill, pace and power. There was no stopping him there.
And the ball is moving again. 3-2. Well, we're into the final half hour. Good use of advantage. And Campos. The Magpies doing well to win it back. Intelligent threaded pass here. And a friendly reminder that we have more action from... My goodness, it looked as though he was clean through. And the referee, what will he do here? And it is an early shower for him. Red card.
Well, the outcome was never in doubt. That was always going to be a sending off.
And they're making a change. Well, that's not one for his personal scrapbook, I think it's safe to say.
Well, the manager will be absolutely furious. It's a waste of a good situation. He won't be on the next one, that's for sure.
And the Dragons are showing good width. Oh, big opportunity! And able to get a body in the way. And into the last 20 minutes. William Saliba. Very keen to get right in faces and force mistakes. Well, it's just about a case of wall-to-wall football. But it stopped a promising attack in its tracks. And you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here.
Well, I'm not surprised by those stats. The Dragons haven't been able to control the possession so far, but their counter-attacking has been really good, particularly in the wide areas. It's been an excellent performance from them so far.
Well, no wonder his teammates are giving him an icy stare on the back of that.
Well, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. He got it totally wrong, whatever he was doing.
William Saliba. Phil Foden now. Sandro Tonali. Given away by Dragons. Chance maybe to use their counter-attacking ability to good effect. Opportunity it is. And the ball is loose. A really excellent piece of goalkeeping, and that's what they needed.
Well, it's a good save at just the right time, but they have to get the ball forward quickly here.
And a useful cross. And still dangerous. Threat over for now, it seems. Cordoba. And a tidy tackle. Now, who can he play it to? Well, time is against them. They have work to do. A glorious chance. And give the goalkeeper credit. How important was that?
Well, what drama late on. It's a big chance, but I have to say, that's a magnificent save.
So a corner kick it'll be, following the deflection. Over it comes. Another corner. It hasn't come to very much. And there it is, the full-time whistle here, and it's a victory for the visitors.
Well,
his performance in this... simply have to focus on this man. A hat-trick in his last game. Will he prosper once more? We'll have the action on EA TV. Hello everyone, the heavens opened earlier and the rain shows no inclination to stop. We're looking forward to the game anyway. I'm Derek Ray, perched here on the commentary gantry, and sitting alongside me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. Can he do it? Likes to run with the ball at his feet. Must score! Just failing to hit the target. Good effort, though. And a look at the starting 11 for Manchester City. Ederson gets the nod in goal. Achraf Hakimi plays with Gaia in the fullback positions. And the lone striker today is Erling Haaland. Oh, that's a fine save. Can he deliver it with accuracy? It might be. That was going in.
Attending his first game here today, so welcome, Javier, and I hope you have a fantastic game.
Well, you can probably see why we're focusing on this fellow as one to watch. Stuart, in particular, what do you expect to see from him?
Well, Derek, he's a player that thrives on goals, and he scored a hat-trick last time out, and I'm sure we're going to see him play with great confidence today. He really looks to be a threat whenever he gets the ball. I think we're going to see another outstanding performance from him.
Amin Gouiri. Thumped clear. Dias. Back now to the goalkeeper. City did well to win it back. And passing it through. Pedri. Clean challenge. The delivery towards the back post. Well, the keeper has outdone himself. Wonderful save. And attacking possibilities for the Dragons. Well, he wasn't messing around with the clearance.
Well, they're showing great energy here, and that's being matched by the fans. What an atmosphere.
Nicely timed tackle. Gaia. It is advantage Manchester City here. Well, he's certainly not alone. And City with the ball again. Well, I'm hearing the referee has pointed to the penalty spot in one of the other games. Let's hear more about it from Alex.
Yeah, it was Brighton that were awarded the penalty. It was far too easy for the goalkeeper. Straight down the middle. He guessed what he was going to do. It remains 1-0 with 41 minutes on the clock.
Thanks as always to Alex Scott. Well, the referee deciding to let the play flow, but now it will be a booking, Stuart.
Well, as soon as the ball went dead, he was always going to book him, and he's absolutely right to do so.
Well, an aimless clearance, and that was down to the pressure. Opportunity here. Oh, my word, there's excellent timing for you. What a challenge. So the two teams have switched around, and the second half is underway. Grealish. Oh, good hit, close shave. Now in a more than decent position. And there it is! But hang on, the flag has gone up, and it's not going to count.
Well, it was a close call, but he is just offside. Good finish, mind you.
It certainly wasn't a clean tackle, and the referee has got to book him, I think. Well, the card is out, and it's yellow.
Yeah, it's clumsy and it's late. Definitely a yellow card.
He's going forward well here. And he's kept it out, fully stretched, somehow reaching it. Can he deliver it with accuracy? Textbook goalkeeping following the corner. Well, the back pages and social media chock full of transfer rumours, but there does appear to be something behind this. What do you make of it, Stuart?
Well, £45 million seems to be the offer, which to me sounds a little low if I'm honest. It's now just a matter whether they find that acceptable.
Hakimi. Pedri. Well, slightly off target, and that'll be a throw-in. Decisive in the tackle, and a throw-in here. A change in the offing for City. And the advantage is with City. Santi Comesanya. Here's Marquinhos. Given away by City. Well, no stopping him. The crowd encouraging him to take it on. Well, the keeper had to think about it for a moment, but too high. Well, he thought... he might have got away with it, but the referee rightly going back and brandishing the yellow card. Hakimi. Pedri. And he has options available. I think most defenders would expect to be booked, halting an attack in that fashion. And he does produce the yellow card.
Yeah, and it certainly deserved a yellow. It's a poor challenge, you have to say.
Well, sadly, you've got to say, it all went horribly wrong for him.
Well, he backed his technique. Unfortunately, on this occasion, it let him down badly. That's a poor effort.
Well, what can they do to stop him running at them? Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied. And they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
Excellent defending. Well, this is the home of live football, EA TV. Delighted that you're with us, and hope very much you'll join us for this match coming up.
Well, that should be a really good
Oh, they
game.
could finish here, Stuart. Oh, and it goes at long last. Deadlock broken. Will that be the one that gives them the win?
Well, as you can see, his movement is really good, which then makes the finish look easy. That's a decent goal, that's for sure.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Right, I think we'd better send it over to Alex Scott, because, Alex, news of a goal at Old Trafford, I believe.
It's a third goal for Manchester United. The shot was ferocious and it went in off the woodwork.
Well, fantastic reflex action. Time really is of the essence. What can they do from this situation? Well, he made great contact with that one, but the goalkeeper had his own ideas. It's one corner after another. Who can they pick out? And a fine tackle. 5 minutes remaining, and one thing is certain, no one is leaving because it's still close. Good weight on that pass. Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity. Oh, big chance. It has to be, surely. Oh, that is a super save.
Well, he had to finish that, but credit to the goalkeeper. That's a brilliant stop.
And Manchester City will go to their bench. Clearance left a bit to be desired. Oh, a really crisp effort, but just wide. Well, wait, don't go anywhere. We're going to have 5 additional minutes. Well, there's a really stylish piece of running. Cross fired over. Oh, good save. Excellent header. Well, they'll be looking to add to their advantage from this corner. Oh, a moment of pure class! Unbridled joy for him and the supporters!
Well, just look at this. He couldn't have hit it any better, could he? This is the perfect example of a bicycle kick.
So back underway with the lead standing at 2-0. Eafc. And there it is, the final whistle, and the fans will be leaving the stadium with